I'm Matthew, we're the Scoopes. Tonight, we're making cornbread. So I love cornbread. Now I don't generally put a whole lot of stuff into it, and I won't be doing that here. However, if you'd like to, you can add corn. I've even had it with jalapenos and cheddar added to it. That one was actually pretty dang good, I gotta tell you. But this is just going to be simple, good old cornbread. Now before we get started, just so you know, I will have a list of ingredients listed in the description below, so feel free to check that out. While you're at it, I do have some affiliate links down there as well. Be sure to check those out. And since you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up. So the first thing we're going to start with is our cornmeal. Let's add 1 cup. 1 cup of flour. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. Then we have 1 teaspoon of salt. And that'll do it for the dry ingredients. So let's go ahead and mix our dry ingredients up. I'm just going to use a small whisk for this. And that's all mixed up. Now, there is one additional optional dry ingredient that you can use, which is sugar. Now, if I were going to add sugar to this, I would use about 1/4 cup. Now, for this particular cornbread, I'm not going to use any sugar. And the reason being is any leftover cornbread that I actually have, I'm actually going to be using that later to make a cornbread dressing. So because of that, I don't want the sugar in here. However, if you do like a sweeter cornbread, feel free to add it. Instead of sugar, you can also substitute honey, and you can do a 1-for-1 substitution for honey. All right, so now let's start adding our liquid ingredients. Starting with milk, we're going to add 1 cup. Next, we're going to add 1/3 of a cup of vegetable oil. And last, I want to add 2 eggs. I'm just going to put them into our measuring cup real quick and give them a light beating. And we're just going to pour that in there as well. And then it's just time to mix. Now, if you find that you need to add just a little extra milk to it, you can go ahead and do so. If it seems like it's a little too liquidy, I would recommend adding a little more cornmeal to it instead of flour. That's just my preference. And what we're looking for is a good batter-like consistency. And I generally try to mix it up till I don't see any lumps or anything like that. I want a good smooth batter. All right, I'm just gonna set this off to the side. I've already got the oven preheating. We're preheating it to 400 degrees. All right, now it's time to grease our pan. Now for the amount of batter that I'm using here, we're going to use an 8-inch square pan, and we just want to grease the bottom and the sides. I'm just using a stick of butter for that. And just make sure you get all the sides good and greased up. And now that it's all greased up, we can pour our batter into our pan. And with our oven preheated to 400 degrees, we're gonna go ahead and put this in there, and we're looking at about 20 to 25 minutes. What we're going to do is at about the 20-minute mark, we'll take a toothpick, we'll poke it into the center and see if anything sticks to it or not. If not, we know it's done. Otherwise, you can just, from that point, wait to see if you can get a good little bit of browning. I usually go for a little bit of browning on top. And there you have it, cornbread. Once again, thank you for hanging out with us tonight. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and we'll see you on the next one.